Hi guys, welcome to the July 15th Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden and Limited list. So after a longer than usual wait, it's finally here. Our banned cards is Jin, Releaser of Rituals. Next we have Lavolval Chain. For our limited list, we start off with Shurit, the Strategist of the Necros. And then we also have Trishula, the Dragon of the Ice Barrier. For our semi-limited list, we have Atlantean Dragoons. And then we also have Dragon Ravine. And for no longer on the ban list, we have Glow Up Bowl, Sinister Serpent, Dark Strike Fighter, Sacred Sword of the Seven Stars, Temple of Kings, and Exchange of Spirit. So for our first ban card is the Jin, Releaser of Rituals. What this immediately means is that the Jin lock will no longer be a thing. So players will no longer need to run degenerate cards that are counterproductive to their own combos, such as Bullblader. Second we have is Lavolval Chain. Infinities are now officially dead. Without Lavolval Chain, the deck can't really set up well. Even though this card is used in many OTKs and FTKs, it kills a lot of rogue deck combos, but it's still pretty sad to see this card go. For our limited list, we have Shurit, the Strategist of the Necros. Along with the Jin lock no longer being playable, this card going to 1 will severely slow down the deck, and it'll probably leave all the top 4 or 5 decks on a more equal playing field with BAs, Shadals, Klees, and even Ritual Beasts. My favorite card returning back from the ban zone is Trishula, the Dragon of the Ice Barrier. With this card coming back, the prices went straight up to $40. This card coming back helps out so many Synchro decks, especially Yang Zings, Synchros, 6 Sams, and even Shadals, where if you get 2 level 4s and then you summon a Veiler, you can even summon it. Or even the new Zephyrs too. The possibilities are absolutely endless with this now. I'm super stoked about this card coming back though. Finally. For our semi-limited cards, we start off with Atlantean Dragoons. Murmurals get another push back to its former glory. It's pretty good support for this deck, since there's the Atlantean Marksman combo. For my favorite semi-limit is Dragon Ravine. As a hardcore Dragoonity fan, this archetype brought me back into the game when the structure deck came out. It's so liberating to see this card be put back to 2, even though the reason they were put there in the first place was because of the Dragon Rulers. So expect the deck profile soon. This not only gives Dragoonities back some of their power, but it also gives Dragon decks some dumping utility. For no longer on the list, we start off with Glow Up Bulb. Great, but we can only use the effect once per duel anyways. Next, we have Sinister Serpent. Great, but the wash down effect is washed down. Next, we have Dark Strike Fighter. I wasn't in the format where this card shined, but since it's new errata, it's still hard to pull off OTKs with this card. Next, we have Sacred Sword of the Seven Stars. Why not? Dragon Rulers are banned now, and not many rank 7 spam decks are consistent enough to compete in the meta to worry about yet. Temple of the Kings. The new errata reads that you can only activate 1 trap card the turn it was set, which means that the card isn't as good as when it originally came out, but it's still pretty decent. Hopefully there's some kind of deck that utilizes this. And for the last card that's off of the ban list, we have Exchange of Spirit. This was a really cheeky card back in the day when it first came out, but now with the new errata, it's restricted to both players having 15 or more cards in both of their graveyards, and it can only be used once per duel. Sadly, I expected more, but we only got 12 cards, 12 changes. Especially since they made us wait this long, I expected a lot more changes than just 12 cards, but I have a feeling that the next ban list will be crazy. So what does this mean for our meta now? It means that Shadals are still running around, BAs are still running around, and Klees are still running around. For Necros, the biggest thing we have to still watch out for is their searching and their Unicorn recycling plays. But at the same time, all the competitive decks at the moment are able to have good matchups with Necros. Now back to the Lavolval Chain. This card helped a lot of rogue decks. As a Dragoonity player, or any deck that can use Summoner Monk. Basically, if you make a Lavolval Chain and dump like a Harpy Harpist, you can send a Phalanx to the graveyard, and you can search for a Dragoonity Ducks at the end phase, which fills you up for your next turn combos. A lot of other decks can utilize Lavolval Chain, and it's really sad to see this card go. For Trishula coming back, it's great that Synchro decks can utilize the same power as Necros deck. Because with Yang Zings, you can summon Trishula with a Jiaotu, a Bixi, and a Taotu. For 6 Samurais, you can even summon it with Kazan, Kageki, and Kagemusha. And back in the day, whenever you get this card out, it's usually a game sealer, because it's such a power move. Thank you guys so much for watching my ban list discussion video. If you guys like what you saw, make sure you like and subscribe to me, because I'll be posting more content ASAP.